In tonight's headlines, Hong Kong task force heads to Thailand to follow up on cases involving residents being lured to Southeast Asian countries and forced into illegal work. Heads of SAR's de facto central bank ensures that the city's financial systems are robust to tackle intensifying geopolitical rifts. And Ukrainian troops captured 2 wounded North Korean soldiers who were fighting alongside the Russian army.
A dedicated task force from the Security Bureau left for Thailand today to address the issue of Hong Kong residents detained in Southeast Asia to engage in illegal work. Led by Deputy Secretary for Security Michael Chuck, the team includes members from the police force and the immigration department. Talking to the press before departing, the Deputy Security Chief said they will meet with representatives from the Chinese Embassy in Thailand, an anti-human trafficking committee chaired by the Thai Prime Minister, and officials from the Thai authorities to discuss individual cases, share intelligence, and request any possible assistance in rescuing those affected. He also noted a resurgence in such cases since the second quarter of 2024, saying most of the victims were scammed and voluntarily went to the fraudulent hubs. None of the Hong Kong victims reported being kidnapped while traveling. To date, authorities have received reports from 28 Hong Kong residents seeking help, claiming they're being held against their will in Southeast Asia and unable to leave. Of those, 16 individuals have already returned to Hong Kong, while the remaining 12 report that their freedom is restricted. But they remain safe and are able to communicate with their families and the authorities. Residents are urged to stay vigilant against online job opportunities that are too good to be true, including highly paid positions with low requirements or those promising quick money. Also, residents who travel to Southeast Asia are advised to stay away from borders of Myanmar, Cambodia, and Thailand. Jeremy Chu, Cable News.
Hong Kong shivered on its coldest day this winter as the mercury dipped to 11 degrees Celsius this morning. On Tai Mo Shan, the SAR's highest point, the thermometer read just 2.9 degrees Celsius in the early hours. Some districts reported temperatures below 7 degrees. With the cold weather warning in place for over 2 days now, the government has been maintaining the operations at 18 temporary shelters across various districts to provide respite from the chill for those in need. The cold weather will prevail in the morning for the following few days, with temperatures hovering in the lower to mid-teens. It is expected to be even colder in the new territories. Temperatures are expected to rise later in the week, ranging between 13 to 20 degrees.
"2025 is likely to be a year full of challenges and uncertainties, as policies endorsed by U.S. President-elect Donald Trump could further aggravate trade and geopolitical tensions." Taking to the airwaves, Eddie Yu, Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, said the SAR's overall financial system performed well and remained stable last year. With Trump's looming return to the White House, domestic and foreign policies in the United States will affect Hong Kong's economy, especially if tariffs are applied to imports from China. You also highlighted the risks in the global financial market, as there is a divide in international monetary policy. While the U.S. might slow down rate cuts, other countries could raise interest rates. This could result in volatile global capital flows. Dismissing rumors of capital outflows from the city, Yu said that bank deposits in 2024 increased by 7% year-on-year, reflecting investor and business confidence in Hong Kong. After the Global Financial Leaders Investment Summit in November last year, investors worldwide have changed their perceptions about the SAR, foreseeing many opportunities in the future, Yu added. No one inquired about the impact of Article 23 legislation or the national security law on Hong Kong. Those topics no longer seemed to interest investors. Instead, they were more focused on developments in the mainland, he stated. Looking ahead, Yu is committed to promoting the yuan, announcing plans to visit Indonesia and Vietnam. He wants to encourage foreign banks and businesses to use China's national currency for international transactions. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
The government aims to kick off construction work for New Territories North, Newtown and Ma Chau Lung development earliest in 2028-29. Among the areas earmarked for development is the transitional housing at Pok Oi Singping Village, where residents only settled in as recently as last August. This resident shared how the affordable rent in this transitional housing has significantly uplifted his quality of life. He hoped the government would find them new homes if their current ones are affected by the upcoming development. Nestled within the former Singping School premises in Ta Kwu Ling, this housing village received over $336 million in government funding intended to remain operational for at least 5 years. In response, the Development Bureau confirmed that Singping Village would remain operational until at least August 2029. The Bureau said that the slated development area spans 200 hectares, with construction set to unfold in phases, adding that the relocation of affected residents will also take place gradually. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
Making progress with the city's solid waste management facilities. Secretary for Environment and Ecology Chen Chin-wan revealed that the IPARK 1, Hong Kong's first waste-to-energy incineration boiler, is expected to start operations by the end of this year. Once operational, IPARK 1 can handle 3,000 tons of municipal solid waste every day. Writing on his weekly blog, Chen addressed public concerns about the government's waste-to-energy incinerator, explaining that the facility would generate power from the energy produced by incinerating municipal solid waste. He highlighted that it is a more viable option for resource management and environmental protection while facing a high cost in recycling waste. The government is committed to seeking cost-effective and environmentally friendly waste management solutions, Chen added. The Environment Minister was also optimistic that the Green Tech Fund, which can help Hong Kong decarbonize and enhance environmental protection, will assist businesses in developing green technologies, aiming to lower waste recycling costs.
The chairwoman of the Mandatory Provident Fund Authority, Ayesha Macpherson Lau, announced that the fund achieved an impressive net return of 8.6% last year, reflecting an overall positive performance. In an online blog post, Lau revealed that the total value of the retirement fund's assets has risen to nearly $1.3 trillion. Pointing out that many commercial entities frequently release short-term performance data about the MPF, Macpherson Lau emphasized that the fund is designed for long-term investment, and such short-term figures may not hold significant value. A short-term investment approach to the fund could lead to poor decisions, resulting in members buying high and selling low, and consequently incurring unnecessary losses, she added. Additionally, Lau stated that the MPF authority will continue to enhance its management practices. Plans are underway to allow MPF investments in real estate investment trusts listed on the Shenzhen and Shanghai stock exchanges.
Ukraine has captured 2 wounded North Korean soldiers in the Kursk battlefield in Russia, a claim which is backed by South Korea's National Intelligence Service. Kyiv released a video showing the 2 captives in the hospital after they were detained separately by Ukrainian special forces. It is estimated that Pyongyang has sent at least 10,000 troops to fight alongside Russian soldiers. Interpreters from South Korean intelligence are helping out with the interrogations. One of the captured soldiers with bandaged hands was carrying a military ID of another person from Tuva in Russia, claiming it was issued to him last autumn. He said he had been told he was going to Russia for training rather than to fight against Ukraine. He added that his unit consisted solely of North Koreans who were dispatched to the front lines after just 1 week of training. The 20-year-old said he has been serving as a rifleman in the North Korean army since 2021. The other captive, born in 1999, did not have any identification documents on him and had to communicate in writing because of an injured jaw. He said he was a scout sniper since 2016. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky highlighted the difficulty in capturing the soldiers alive as Russian and North Korean forces often eliminated wounded comrades to hide Pyongyang's involvement in the war with Ukraine. He assured that the soldiers were receiving necessary medical assistance while stressing that the world needs to know the truth about what is happening. Moscow has not acknowledged that North Korean soldiers are fighting for Russia in its conflict with Ukraine. In June last year, leaders of the two countries signed the Comprehensive Strategic Partnership Treaty, which included a mutual defense pact for military assistance if either faces armed invasion. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
Fire tornadoes were spotted in the wildfires, which have now killed 16 people in the U.S. state of California. Another 13 people are missing. Resurgence of strong winds has fanned the flames to spread further, with 4 massive infernos surrounding the Los Angeles area. They have spread to roughly 39,000 acres combined. Governor of California, Gavin Newsom, welcomed firefighters from Mexico to help contain the fires, which have devastated large areas of the state. The fires have damaged critical infrastructure, leaving at least 35,000 homes and businesses without power in Los Angeles. One of the biggest fires, which has destroyed the affluent neighborhood of Pacific Palisades, has burned over 22,000 acres. That blaze is now spreading to the upscale area of Brentwood, where U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris has a house. Basketball star LeBron James and former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger also live in the same neighborhood. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.